welcome to another episode of Board on Demand. My name is Joe.
I'm Christina.
And I'm Rich.
And that was fucking weird. Anyways, today we're going to do something a little different. We put the calls out on Reddit, okay? And we got, it did not disappoint, let's say. So basically, we got a couple of stories here. These are real stories, by the way. Real people. Names have been changed. Identifying marks have been removed. These are real stories, real situations. I would like to read them to you guys and get your reaction. What do you think?
Okay.
All right.
I got nothing else better to do.
Yeah, that's apparent. Okay, here we go. You ready? Okay. Now, the first one is... Here we go. Hold on. Let's get it pulled up here. How many times you're going to listen to my heavy breathing?
I like how prepared you are for this. He's been talking about it for weeks.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Ready? All right, the first one. All right. I've been buying lower grade steaks when my in-laws visit and serving my mom and dad Wagyu. Okay? This is the first one. My wife and I live far away from both of our sets of parents. We visit them a couple times a year, and they visit us about the same amount. My mom and dad love food. They will buy pounds of garlic and leave it in rice for months to make a black garlic. They plan their vacations around amazing restaurants. My in-laws are lovely people, but boiling chicken drumsticks is fancy for them, and they refuse to eat steak that isn't well done. See, that pisses me off. It's well done steak.
Yeah.
Eat a hamburger.
Yeah.
I discovered that for the first time I went to their home for dinner, I wasn't even asked how I liked my steak. Everyone got well done steak. And that would piss me off too. I mean, everyone can burn a steak, you know? So it took me years to convince my wife to try a medium rare steak, and now she loves them. I bought some beautiful prime steak for them when they came over, and when we moved in together, I made theirs medium well and died a little inside when her dad took the steak back to the grill and destroyed them. So now I buy select grade meat for them. I've been buying some excellent quality Wagyu for my parents when they visit, but not every single time, maybe once a year or so. My wife says I'm being an asshole, but by not treating both families the same, I don't think I should waste money on great food for them when I know how they will treat it. So there it is. There's the first one. What do you think? My initial reaction, okay, is fuck them. For you're gonna take fucking food that I served you and put it back on my grill and fuck that shit up?
Yeah, but he didn't ask them how they liked it cooked. So when you go to the restaurant and if it's not cooked to your liking, you tell them to take it back.
But when you're at somebody's house, you're going to take the food that someone served you and you're going to be like, and then gather other people's food and take it back to, that's a fucking insult.
Well, I'm on both sides. Decorum is definitely lacking on the host being a better host, and then also on being a guest in somebody else's house. So, like Tina said, the steak, you ask, hey, how do you want them cooked? The father taking the initiative just to do it, that's ballsy in my opinion. But
fucking ballsy.
But at the same time, they don't appreciate the meals like this guy's parents do. So yeah, don't do that. But I guarantee there's something else that they do or that she does for her parents that they appreciate or that she knows will like that.
But see, that's the crux of the whole thing. I think what this guy's doing is right. You're getting select steak, pal. You're going to burn it, right?
Absolutely.
The issue here is the pressure he's under from his wife to be like, they should get the same thing. No, absolutely not. No. Absolutely not.
No, but he should frame the argument. I will do something for them that they will appreciate and not massacre.
How about, you know what?
You know,
I devoted my life to you. I work every day to provide for you. Your fucking parents are getting select steak, bitch. You know?
Yeah.
You gonna call me out like that? After that. I don't know. What do you think, Tina? I'm getting a look.
Yeah, I don't agree with what you just said.
Because the thing is this is next thing, it's a steak that you're buying her parents and then it's something else,
Correct.
then you're down a slippery road.
It's not just about the steak.
Right.
Right.
And that's where he's got to make that distinction. No, I do this for my parents because they appreciate food. They're foodies.
Yeah.
However you want to call them. They like fucking chicken nuggets and Kool-Aid, so I will go out and get the best Kool-Aid and chicken nuggets I can find, and they might, or whatever they might be into.
Right.
You got to do it that way. Be like, hey, I do something special for them that I know they will appreciate and like, and you know that's how you play it. You know.
So this is a communication issue then. At the end of this, right? Really, that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Ultimately, yeah. That's what most of these things coming down. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Now here's the next one.
But you don't just go into another person's house and start grilling on their grill.
No,
I mean that's as a man in somebody else's house, that's a red line.
You don't touch my fucking grill.
So I guarantee there's some other boundary issues, and I guarantee it's another reason why they live so far away from both sets of parents is that there's boundaries issues, and that might be more by design. So there might be a little bit. It's not just we're not just talking about steak.
Got a little hot on the collar when I read that shit. You can't touch another man's grill. That's fucked up. Yeah. Fucked up. Anyways.
You might as well just go and fuck his wife.
I mean, well, being his daughter, that'd be fucked up.
Right? Well, that's what we're talking about. High stakes. You know?
Oh, shit.
Pun intended.
Yeah. I was going to say, that was a nice pun. All right, here's another one. And Rich, you're going to find this one fucking interesting. All right. I, a 34-year-old female, right? Oh, this is, got a call from school for packing my kid an inappropriate, quote-unquote, lunch. Okay. I, 34-year-old female, my son, who's 5, who attends preschool, a few hours after I pick him up from school today, I got a phone call from his teacher. She made absolutely no effort to sound kind when she, in an extraordinarily rude and annoying tone, told me to stop packing my son disgusting and inappropriate lunches. I felt absolutely appalled when she said this, and me and the teacher have, up till now, always maintained a very friendly relationship. Sorry, I'm reading this exactly how they wrote it, so the grammar's a little. She added that the lunches I'm packing my son are very distracting for the other students and have an unpleasant odor, quote, from the teacher. I told her that I understand her concerns, as the lunch I pack are definitely not the healthiest, but the lunches are according to my son's preferences. The usual lunch that I send him to school with are small celery sticks with blue cheese and goat cheese. A 5-year-old. Kimchi and Spam. What the fuck? Okay. Spicy Doritos marinated in sriracha.
How old is this kid again?
5.
No.
I ended the call by saying that I was very much appreciative of her worries, but that at the end of the day, I'm not going to drastically change my son's lunches all of a sudden, and that it's not my fault if other students are, quote unquote, disgusted by the meal. It is very important to me that my son enjoys, or what my son enjoys, and I want him to like my lunches. The teacher sent an email about an hour later saying that my response was unacceptable and that his lunches are just too inappropriate to be sent to school any longer. I haven't responded yet, and I don't know if I want to. I'm going to maintain a healthy relationships with my son teacher, or I want to maintain a healthy relationship with my son teacher, but I'm not going to change what I send him to school with.
Why is she trying to burn his insides out?
No. Can I? This is the fucking bullshit that causes people later on to go into work and cook fucking halibut in the microwave.
Right.
Or fish.
Yeah, that's the halibut's a fish.
Oh,
yeah.
So and that first thing in there is I said, the lunches I want him to have.
Right.
Not like, he likes this. And the other thing is, listen to that menu. First of all, the sriracha and Doritos, it's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
It's a mess. It's a 5-year-old. This fucking kid is getting his grubby little goddamn hands and touching all these other kids' shit. I guarantee it.
Can you imagine the gas?
Well, right. And the kids are probably stinky little fuck.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Fuck her. No.
I see both sides. This is bullshit.
Doritos,
the spicy Doritos soaked in sriracha.
Yeah. a mess. It's a
What
mess. That's
the
not,
fuck?
yeah. That's great. No,
No, but what she's creating is that douchebag goes to work, stinks the whole fucking place up for lunch, and literally gives no fucks.
right. And
Zero fucks.
And I guarantee it of course, it's one-sided here, but I guarantee that part of that conversation was that we have to change your son 2-3 times a day.
After he shits himself, spicy sriracha Dorito chips.
Right. Or it's all over his clothes. And again, you're dealing with spicy sriracha. You're dealing with hot things. Have you been around a 5-year-old? You can't keep their fucking hands off their junk or out of their eyes or mouth.
This comes down... No, this is a systemic problem where parents nowadays cannot tell their kids no. And they feel somewhat justified when they see other parents telling their kids no, and then they judge them in a hard fucking way for it.
Right.
Yeah, fuck that.
Right.
It's okay to tell your kids no. Well, that's not happening.
And again, as the parent, you are in the driver's seat of what that kid's going to eat. And this menu that you're making is
fucking ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, a 5-year-old is it? Come on,
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but that's the other side, and I'm like 80% sure that's where that teacher's coming from. Is that
it'd be interesting to...
Yeah, they're dealing with the mess. They're dealing with the kid. I guarantee there's probably been a nurse's trip because this fucking kid has nacho cheese and sriracha on his hands and touched his eyes or
touch another kid's eye.
Or touch another kid's eye, right? Which is now it's an assault. That, in this day and age, that's assault. You're setting up a little fuckface Johnny to go down the river for fucking 10 years for an assault, But he has his kimchi, and
right, kimchi and what? What was the other one? Fucking
goat cheese.
Goat cheese, which is that's mild. That doesn't really smell or whatever.
Yeah, but
I guarantee the big thing is that fucking sriracha.
It smells when it comes out the other end. And kindergartens have integrated bathrooms in their rooms.
Right.
So
and depending on the kimchi, how that's made, that can be yeah. No, she's firmly in the wrong. That parent firmly in the wrong, and especially she's not taking any feedback, and nor in her statement is she even opening herself up to take
and here's a question too. How quote unquote rude do you think the teacher was, or do you think she just took offense and was like, because the teacher was like, oh, hi Mrs. So and so, won't say the name, hi Mrs. So and so, and you're like, oh, what a fucking, like, oh hey, everything's good until she brings up the lunch thing, and that fucking rude bitch. Right? And it's probably not rude at all.
No, because for her, it's an attack. It's an attack on the mother. It's not about the kid.
Yeah.
And that's half the problem. I'm not a parent, full disclosure. I'm not a parent or whatever, but
But you have fucking eyes and ears.
I have eyes and ears, but I've also come from a large Irish family. I've pretty much raised kids. I've changed diapers since I was 5, 6, 7 years old. I've babysat all ages. I've dealt with kids a lot. And it's not... You get these parents, and it's not about it's all about the parents and not about the kid.
Right.
And and their egos and my little Johnny
attacked and
exactly.
My little Johnny's perfect, and who the fuck are you?
Right. And all you're doing is you're setting that kid up because teachers talk. I also have friends that are teachers.
Yeah. Right.
What
are the teachers saying in the lounge?
No, right. And I'm telling you, they talk about it. All little Johnny, I had him in 5th grade. He's a piece of shit.
Did you fucking say spicy Doritos drenched in sriracha?
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
But
that's as dumb as who drops a lightsaber perfectly fucking vertical?
Yeah, right.
It's like that dumb.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. No, she's wrong.
Well, Tina, you're just sitting there with a smile on your face. What do you got to say?
So, as a mother, if this was one of the boys or whatever, how would you take it?
But Tina wouldn't send shit like that to school.
No, because I take the consideration of other people in the
Pride.
classroom, and that's just nasty, in my opinion. And my boys don't eat that.
Right.
But as a mom, I would feel attacked, but I would understand where the teacher's coming from.
Right.
I'm open-minded and don't jump right into the,
Yeah.
what a bitch.
Right.
They came to us one day. All right, so sometimes I do.
Yeah, Tina, you get the I'm being attacked and be like, Did you hear the fucking tone in that woman's voice? And if anything other than, I know, babe, you believe that? Because sometimes I'm like, no, I didn't. And now I'm at the fucking end of it. I'm getting the fucking business.
No, not always.
Okay.
And now you made me lose my train of thought.
Yeah, you need to get closer to the mic, too. We're losing you here.
I'm here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're losing you. Anyways, yeah, that's fucked up. All right. Now, here's one that's kind of fucked up. Okay. Not like fucked up in a moral sense. Okay. So I told my sister she's better off being infertile.
Like you just said that like on Christmas dinner. Hey,
Hold on. Well, I haven't exactly read this.
like I mean, yeah, we need.
Haven't exactly read the story yet, so let me. Okay.
Oh, it's your birthday. You should be infertile.
Yeah,
happy birthday.
By the way, you shouldn't have kids, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably that type of parent that'll send your kid to school with fucking sriracha drenched fucking Doritos.
Yeah.
All right. So despite trying to conceive for years and having no success with her husband, every month, my sister, 31, felt like a supreme disappointment. Her head knew that she was not at fault, but she was saying that that not being able to give her husband the quote-unquote gift of a child, which is seen to most people as a wifely duty, made her feel broken and not whole. She already sounds like she comes from a cult or something, right?
Yeah.
Finally, she consulted her doctor only to be diagnosed with endometriosis. A simple surgery, which was scheduled for last week, and I got this last week, so the week before, so a couple weeks now, was supposed to correct the problem. She was ecstatic, only to come out of anesthesia and be told by the doctor that he was so sorry, but children just would not be an option for her. That took a turn for a word. I will get into that anyways. As you can imagine, she felt devastated by the news. And yesterday, I went to visit her to try to lift up her spirits. Oh, fuck. That doesn't sound...
Yep.
You went to lift her spirits and this is what happened? Okay. I told her how incredibly sorry I was. But then I also added that being infertile may not be that bad at all.
Too soon. Too fucking soon.
Yeah. Raising kids isn't all sunshine and roses. There is the added stress, the expenses, sleep deprivation, and time commitment. I told her to look at all the unhappy couples with kids and that at least she and her husband would enjoy some extra freedom. Holy fuck. Fuck. Yeah, I'm getting stares literally like, is this bitch for real?
Right.
So after these comments, my sister's sadness turned into anger. Well, look, she's not sad no more.
Right.
So
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, mission accomplished. She's not sad anymore.
Yeah. So
I mean, she didn't say I was there to make her happy. I didn't want to make her sad anymore.
Right. That's true.
So,
right.
You did that.
Yep,
Good for you.
Check that box.
Yeah. She started shouting at me and told me to leave her house. She had also informed our mother because she called me later to tell me that my comments were disgusting and I should feel ashamed of myself. I feel like me trying to help my sister only made the situation worse.
You think?
Holy fuck, bitch, really?
Yeah. No, that's, yeah.
Where do we start unpacking this bullshit?
No, yeah. Well, my thing is the more the details, like this operation. So there has to be some other medical issues.
I only get what the.
So I think she's so again perspective of herself is solely underselling the situation her sister's going through, and then you're coming in with her bullshit. It's about her, instead of just being, hey, you just go, you sit, you listen to them, you talk it out.
Yeah,
you know, and you're interjecting your bullshit opinion at that time, like, you know.
Let me, in my mind, here's how I can see this playing out. Your sister's devastated. She's been through a trauma, right? And you're sitting there and just listening to her go, and you're in your mind, you know, people have this drive to want to help people.
Right.
Like to fix. We're fixers. We're natural fixers. We want to fix things for people. Right. So I can just see her sitting there going, oh, fuck, I don't know what to say. And probably just started talking.
Right.
And now that she talked, she's like committed to it, like, you know, because listen, she's a woman, so she said it. Even though later she may not agree with what she said it, and now she's committed to it.
Or maybe she didn't mean it the way.
Can you drop the fucking attitude real quick?
Maybe
coming at me. I mean, Jesus, put the hand down when you talk to me like that. God damn.
Maybe she didn't mean it the way she said it. But because the sister was already devastated because the surgery didn't work, or they found out the scar tissue from the endometriosis expanded further than her uterus, which is what happened.
Right.
Which would have been nice detail in the story to really get really get. Like,
we only get what they send us.
Right. I know.
Right.
But detail, folks. Come on. Matters. It matters. And it ends up making you look like a piece of shit or an asshole.
Yeah.
But so she was already upset from what the doctor had told her. And the sister really probably didn't know what to say. So then when she was trying to show the positives of people not having kids, like, you know, we have friends that don't have kids, and they talk about how much money they have and how they can go out and do things and stuff. But so I really don't think she meant to hurt her.
Right.
Yeah.
But it still shouldn't have been said. She should have shut her mouth.
Right.
And just listened.
But see, here's the thing. I don't know if I don't know. If that was a friend, even a close friend, then yes. Right? But that's a sister. Right? Don't you feel like you have some levity to...
But it depends. What is their relationship like normally?
That's true. We don't know the dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guarantee she's still holding a grudge where she like blew her boyfriend back in high school. And like, oh, now's my time. Now's my moment. And don't tell me, Tina, that shit does not happen.
Remember the time you blew Bucky back in high school?
Yeah.
Fuck you, infertile bitch.
Yeah. You know, I've been waiting 15 years, and now's my shot.
You swallowed every chance you had at a kid in his life.
Oh my God.
Yo, we're laughing at this late.
No. Yeah, but, you know, that's levity. You know?
Yeah. Holy.
Well, you know, and the other thing is like, you know, this day and age, there's a lot of things out there about people's views and opinions, and
everybody's offended,
right? And you know, the truth is I hear a lot of people talking, but I don't hear anybody actively listening.
Yeah,
just listen.
That's true.
Not thinking about what you're going to say, but just listen to what they're actually telling. Reading what they're saying.
I agree.
You know, instead of having a cued response. You know, and I'm absolutely. I've worked in customer service and all that stuff, and you get used to doing that. Oh no, it's this. You fly off these answers, pattern responses.
As I said, they're called pat responses.
Right.
So they're like
you're primed.
We're primed. I worked with him in customer service for Verizon. And you have pat responses, so it's like, right? You're trained and taught to just you're not right. Don't listen.
Right.
Just look at the theme of what they're talking about and come up with like the closest pre-primed response.
And that works great if you're talking about cable or internet or phone service. But when you're talking about not about being fucking infertile,
I'm infertile. What's that? Please. Was it? Please enter. That's what we say all the time. And select payment type.
Right.
Please enter cash now or select payment type.
Yeah, right.
So.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this conversation?
So the doctor says I'm infertile. Oh, please enter payment or cash or select payment type.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No. So but it's circling back. Yeah. Again, you know. We're not getting some big pieces of that relationship. You're only getting a small, bit of what that woman, her perspective,
Right.
But yeah, no, it is. It's. But I feel bad for the sister, even though she doesn't. Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I think she feels bad for her sister,
and I think she even feels more. I think she feels worse now that...
Probably, but it seems like she's digging in her heels here.
Right.
She didn't apologize.
Right. No apology.
Right, so it's what I go going back to what I'm saying. It's when you gave me the attitude right off the gun, is that she said it, probably feels bad about it, and she's sticking to her guns on it. Does that sound familiar, Christina?
Sounds like my daughter.
Yeah, sure. Our daughter. Yeah. That's exactly what I was referring to.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
All right, so
yeah.
All right, so should we leave Bernice in the dust here? That's not a real name.
Yeah.
I'm getting looks like you dick. No.
Yeah, right.
All right. So here's the last and final one. Right. I'm leaving my husband due to his flatulence.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. A while ago, I posted about my husband on another account. Both accounts have since been deleted. No, wonder why. So just keep going. I don't.
Right. Yeah. This already sounds. This. Yeah, I mean, this is already not on a good path here, Cheryl.
Yeah.
I don't know what her name is, but I'm calling her Cheryl.
All right. Well, anyway,
going that Cheryl vibe.
And yeah, so she's complaining here about deleted. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so he farts in public. It's rank and it's rancid, and he finds it hilarious. That's about right.
Yeah.
They're gross sounding farts, and often when I went to clean his clothes, there was mucus in his underpants, which reeked of ancient sewer systems.
There should be mucus in his underpants. He has a problem.
Yeah. I'm
But
thinking...
can I just say right off the bat, I'm fucking pissed anyways because, when I fart, Tina, you're my wife. When I fart and you get pissed at my fart, I get pissed that you're pissed that I farted.
Yeah.
Like, it angers me severely. So, smells like ancient sewer systems. I don't know where she got that from. I almost feel like she's trying to be funny with this.
Yeah.
So I gave him an ultimatum. Simply stop farting on purpose when we're in public and at parties and family gatherings. See, here we go.
Right.
Don't fart here. Don't fart there. Don't fart. Bitch, when's he supposed to fart? People fart.
Right. Now, clearly, this man has built his whole personality around these farts. So you're telling him,
married
just don't be you. Don't be you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some other issues.
Yeah. Or family gatherings, or I'd leave him. He promised me. He continued his behavior, though. At a family dinner at our house, he trusted a fart and fully blew chunks into his pants. At first, he tried to say the sound and smell came from me, and I just stood up, exacerbated. Bitch, please. And left the table.
That's why.
Okay. When the stench stayed without me in the room, everyone knew it was from him, and he once again tried to blame me, saying that I cooked him a bad egg breakfast sandwich. Everyone ended up leaving as he had literally splurled slime down his legs of his pants. What the fuck is happening, Earl? Earl's eyes were lame.
No.
I was mortified, and he had to tell all of our guests about his constant flatulence later when they asked why I was divorcing him over this. He tried to win me back by promising not to fart anymore and saying that he'll even clean his own washing. I don't know what that, and I'm literally reading as they write this, or as But it's all too late, though, for a 40-something-year-old man to act in such a way. His family has suggested I support him through whatever he is going through. It sounds like he's going through some shit.
Yeah.
At the moment, and said that the brain condition like Alzheimer's runs on his side of the family, and that this might be a reason for his behavior. Call me cold, but diarrhea runs in his genes and not in the family, and I've had enough. Medical issues or not, I'm done. I'm leaving.
Because you're a bitch.
What the fuck is this slime she keeps talking about?
Yeah, there's obviously, I'm
thinking of like the Ghostbusters, remember?
Yeah,
right.
like Slimer coming out.
They're like trying to dig for the ooze.
Oh,
like trying to figure out what this is.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on here?
Like now she opened up that story, be like, oh, we went to a doctor and it's medically, like, no, it's just him. That's a different story. That's a hygiene issue and he's not.
Right.
She didn't mention that. And if it's coming out this bad, and he's 40, your body, men age and all this different or whatever. He could have fucking like rectal cancer. He could have anal fissures.
Keep the conversation going. I'm gonna search this.
Hemorrhoids. I don't know. And so I think there's other things there. Possibly, or it could be this guy just isn't changing and taking her for granted, which is that's another problem. But how she put the story down. And again, advice for the people that are putting this stuff: be your own advocate, read these things. Like give some pertinent detail. So if you have a heart, like you're giving up a whole marriage because this guy's fucking. Ultimately, I would say more than farting. He's shitting himself. Because he's shitting himself out in public and he's making a joke. But you do that because you're fucking embarrassed. Right? I mean, like,
right.
Yeah, you're like,
So here's some of the reasons, right? National Institute for Health, that's a government website here, says there's a couple reasons. So diet is one, to have slime come out, slime. Okay, irritable bowel syndrome, right. Gastrointestinal disease, hemorrhoids, colitis, anal fissures.
Oh, I was right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
a couple of those. Yeah.
So,
and I'm not a doctor, people. Just to let you know.
No, he's not.
Not by any chance.
No. But
Yeah. So maybe Cheryl should stop fucking railing him in the ass with that dildo that she wears. And the problem solved.
Cheryl's not a real name, by the way.
Yeah, no. And if people, I'm saying Cheryl from Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David's wife. He's, to this screams about Cheryl. That kind of like not worried about what Larry's going through or seeing what. It's just no, he's doing something I don't like, and I'm gonna get rid of him. So just to point of reference, but.
Oh no, I haven't heard you say much of anything. What's your take on this, Christina?
I think she's a bitch.
Oh.
Come on, now I'm angry.
Come on, what's your hot take?
I think she's a bitch because she said regardless of whether he's got a medical condition or not, it was over. You married him for better or worse in sickness and health.
I feel like there's more issues. I feel like there's something else.
Yeah, this guy.
Maybe the farting was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Right.
No, I think she's got a hang up that's not like acceptable.
Right.
Like
or she's like out fucking around or whatever.
And this is the reason.
Right.
So exactly.
Which is what people do, men and women, if they
find a reason to put it on the other person when they leave.
Right. And it's stupid shit.
Yeah.
And it's so arbitrary, but bullshit. And
I think Cheryl's a fucking trifling hoe.
Could be possible. Yeah,
I think she is.
Yeah, but again, if she maybe put a little bit more deep. I mean, it's Reddit. There's no limit on how long these can be or whatever.
Well, no. So, you got to remember too, especially in a story like this. Okay, especially in a story like the mom with the bullshit fucking lunch.
Right.
Which I don't know. You're going to try to write the story that's, for one, it's from your perspective.
Right.
So two, you're going to put yourself in the best light possible.
Yes. Yeah.
Cheryl ain't gonna write anything that's gonna make her look bad.
Right.
I mean, obviously, because she's coming up with a reason. She's out fucking the neighbor or neighbors,
or running trains in the fucking backyard, and this guy's busy in the house shitting himself.
Right. And now she has to have a reason so she don't look like a bitch.
Right.
She ain't gonna say it.
No. Right.
She ain't gonna say it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like an excuse.
Yeah. And the only reason I'm going again on big assumptions and all this stuff. I'm going more on the negative side of her in this and looking down on her is because
she was the one that brought it up.
She was the one that brought it up, and like Tina brought up the medical condition. And no matter what, I'm done regardless of this medical condition and all that.
Yeah.
And that if there was more legitimate medical issues or whatever, I think that, I read through these myself, and people do that. They will say, oh, there's this issue. Husband gone to the doctor or whatever, so we know it's not this, or I've gone to a doctor, so I know it's not me. They're giving enough context details.
Well, here's a bonus story for you. Tina and I know someone that happened to after a life-changing event had crippled this individual. He could no longer. He was a quadriplegic.
Yes.
And his wife left him because she couldn't. She said she couldn't do it.
She couldn't cope. Right.
She couldn't cope with it.
Right.
And
now that
listen, that's a piece of shit. I'm sorry. That's a fucked up move.
That is.
And a fucked up.
But at the same time, though, I think in a situation like that, because it is a quadriplegic, and I know some men have function and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so if there is a physical aspect that you just not gonna get, well, you got to talk to this husband. I think this husband would
probably understand.
Would understand that.
Most likely want to have you around.
Right.
And you probably want to be around them too.
Right.
But if you loved them,
but now you're not getting. He can't provide for you. He can't. Satisfy.
He's well off. He's well off.
Okay.
She took the fucking money and ran.
Right. Okay. So so she's living that life.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know this individual or anything, but a situation like that is more than this guy shitting his pants. I will say, she's a little bit better than Cheryl. I will say that because that is a life changing, and you know what. That might be a good thing because she could be there in that hindsight, stuck in that relationship and fucking just end up hating and then end up doing something stupid. And Dateline NBC has made a whole thing about murderous wife and or husband. This happened, and then like, oh, we just put a pillow over his face and my problems are all solved because she's been dealing. So it.
Oh, have you been listening to the Unsolved Mysteries podcast too?
No,
I'm so addicted. Not even funny. Yeah, I'm addicted. Anyway, still sidebar there.
But yeah,
no, but you're right. But listen, but see, here's the thing to though. You notice how she was just like, you stop this.
Right.
Immediately assuming that he was responsible for this without saying, hey, what's going on?
Right.
Why is this happening? She doesn't care.
No. Right.
Doesn't care. There's more issues here.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Than the flatulence.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I'm just going off of all the Reddit that people have put out there where they put more detail. Hey, we've gone to, we've ruled out X, Y, Z. This
and it's interesting.
That's a difference. That if she did that and said that and framed it that way, all right, she might not be a Cheryl then at that point.
And why did she start it out with, I've posted this before and it's been taken down?
Right.
Probably because people think you're a bitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Or you took it down because you didn't like the comments that came afterwards.
Or some of these guys on here, or these people.
Well, she ain't gonna like to hear this.
Yeah. No, but they get her information and all that stuff, and they find her on Facebook, and they try. I mean,
maybe they're sending her fart sounds.
They could be, right? Oh yeah, and there could. There's guys out there, these hackers and stuff that troll, do all sorts of shit.
Fuck a hacker. She lives at 2617. I'll tell you where this bitch lives.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, but yeah. So and the fact that she keeps putting that up, like this is the third time you've done it. I think there's,
it's an excuse to get out.
Yeah.
She's looking for support. She's not getting it.
Right.
And I think she's feeling a certain way about it.
Yeah.
She's scrambling.
Right. She's looking for a justification for her actions instead of owning her actions and saying, this is me. This is me.
I agree.
This is it. And people, I think in general, our society has, where we hurt ourselves and individuals in our society, is that people think, oh, people are good or bad.
Yeah.
No, that's not that. Good and bad doesn't exist. It's what you have to do to survive in this world.
Yeah.
Now clearly, there are people, if they can get justified, and feel justified, they can do anything, commit murder. Yeah, or whatever, or build a Fortune 500 company or whatever, if there's a justification. So it's in their perspective, it's not good or bad. It's how their brain and how they're interpreting the situations, and they're just, So, it's just to kind of label somebody, say good or bad or whatever. That's why I like a sliding scale of shithead to a piece of hot garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all unpleasant, but hey, at least at some point it served a purpose, and instead of this arbitrary good and bad.
But I think it goes back to what we were talking about with the bad parenting thing, because it literally is like, people get ideals in their head, and they could be the most ridiculous fucking ideas and thoughts, and when other people tell them that, they get butthurt and offended. So then people are afraid to tell you what they really think. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
right.
And now we have fucking Cheryl on here talking about her wife's or his husband's slimy farts. Like, I mean, come on.
Right. Well, and now that kind of goes back to, that kind of loops back into what we're saying, a justification. Now, if I can justify it,
right? If
I can find even just one other person to justify how my actions and all that, the society, it's good. Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, these people are justifying, are backing my actions. Right. Therefore, society, and honestly, it doesn't work. In reality, that really doesn't work that way. You come off as insincere and.
Look at all the examples. Charles Manson.
Right. Exactly. Right.
The fucking Nazis.
Yeah. Exactly.
People, right?
Yeah.
All those atrocities.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure there are some good people. I'm sure Charlie Manson was probably a good, good time at dinner. At one point. He probably was. I mean, really, he was charming and all this stuff and able to do this. But then somewhere you start making those incremental justifications, and fuck, you're down a rabbit hole, and you're fucking in it. Now you got a swastika on your fucking forehead, and you're in prison for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that went downhill quickly.
It did. Yeah,
yeah, it did. That's how it happens.
Yeah.
All right, Tina, you got anything to say? Because you're over here like,
I do not.
your head spinning. I do not.
I do not.
All right. Well, with that said, I think we've had enough fun for today.
Yeah.
And if you want the feedback on any of this stuff, I swear I will forward your comments to every single person that wrote me these things. I will forward the comments to you, to them. So it's boardondemandpodcast@gmail.com. That's boardondemandpodcast@gmail.com. And give your feedback. Seriously, give your feedback. Even friends that are listening, like, give your feedback here, because I will literally forward this to these people. And be interesting to see, because maybe we'll do a follow-up if they can come back. Because I have a feeling there's a couple people, a couple of these stories where these people are going to be, they're going to be responding in kind, and they won't be kind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, anyways, with that said, we've had another fun episode. My name is Joe.
I'm Christina.
And I'm Rich.
And thanks for listening.